Well, good morning. Today there's more focus on providing an education that leads to a job and career. CTE, or Career Technical Education, has made some major strides forward in that regard. But what if your career aspirations are different? What if you're interested in, for example, the theater? Well, perhaps Northern Michigan University has the answer for you. We're going to talk about that this morning, and it starts right now.
From TV6, this is The Ryan Report. Here's your host, Don Ryan.
Well, this morning we'll talk about the theater program and about a major production opening this week with Bill Dignight, the director of theater at NMU. Bill has demonstrated his abilities as an entrepreneur, a businessman, an entertainer, and a student of the theater. But he says he always knew he wanted to work in higher education to share some of his knowledge with students. He found that opportunity when he was named to take over as the director of theater about 2 years ago. Bill Dignight is our guest this morning. Bill, welcome to the Ryan Report.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Nice to have you with us. I have to say, you and your brother made quite an impact on Marquette when you first came to this area.
Appreciate that.
And I think that started with a company called Double Trouble DJs, right?
Yeah. It's started as Double Trouble DJs, Double Trouble Entertainment. Now we do a few more things, but yeah, 2003 is when we started our journey in Marquette, and then it's taken 16 years later, actually, this past May.
And you were just a couple of young wild guys at that point, I think, huh?
Yeah. Grew up downstate and actually came to Marquette to go to Northern, and just absolutely fell in love with the community, the university, the people, and we started building a business here. And I don't know if we thought we would be here forever, and it just kind of turned into home.
Just worked out that way.
Yeah.
And as you said, your company is growing. Originally just some DJs. You do a lot of event planning and event development and even sponsoring many of your own events now.
Yeah. We have our Party with a Purpose series. We like to throw events and then give back to the community. As we've grown our business, we've really just gone with the mantra, if we take care of our community, they're going to take care of us by hopefully using our services. But yeah, we have tents and tables and chairs to party planning. We did our inaugural music festival this past year. A lot.
I know you do New Year's Eve now too as well.
Yeah, we took over the ball drop after a good group of humans did that for such a long time, and sometimes you have to pass it on. And when the opportunity came, my brother and I said, that's something we want to do. And I think that Marquette has shown that they like what we're doing, and we're going to just keep pushing to make it bigger.
And now you have a restaurant too.
Yeah. My brother and I and my sister-in-law, Alyssa, my brother's wife, we opened Diggs Gastropub downtown, and that is just another adventure. And we don't sit still a whole lot. Right. We like to keep coming up with new ideas and push our boundaries a little bit.
But I know you've said your focus really now is on NMU Theater. And I understand that your passion for theater maybe started when you actually got the lead in a play in high school, even though you were looking to be part of the stage crew.
Yes. A long time ago, back in high school, I thought I was going to audition to be just on the stage crew, maybe run a soundboard or the lights or move a spotlight or something like that. And I can read music and play some instruments, and the director was like, "You're perfect." And it was Conrad in Bye Bye Birdie. Okay. So that was a unique first opportunity to be on the stage. So I have a very great appreciation for actors and performers. So those skills definitely help me. My passion's more behind the scenes and on the production aspect of it.
You graduated from NMU with a degree in arts and entertainment, I believe, but then you left at some point and went to Florida State University.
Yeah, I went to Florida State University down in Tallahassee. I finished my Master's of Fine Arts degree down there in technical production and direction, and then had some opportunities to kind of work all over the country and different areas. And I was very lucky to have a good business partner in my twin brother, and he kept running the businesses here while I went off and pursued the theater dream of mine, I guess.
What kind of a dream did you have initially?
Some people are like live in the big city and stuff like that. I just wanted to do really good art and make people think, and I think that's what theater and art and movies and all that is what it's about. And so we're live on the stage, and I just want to make change and have people think about things.
So you You certainly have made some changes. You decided, and I think as I said in the introduction, you always thought you were going to wind up being in higher education. And that actually happened about 2 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, still kind of surprising to myself. I mean, I did apply for the job. I'm very, very lucky to be in the position I am and work for such a great university, and our administration is just awesome and really making some very inviting environment to push the kind of education we can provide. Yeah, I thought that I wanted to be in there. I really wanted to go into higher education, though, with real-world experience and being able to not just read it out of a book, but say, when I did this.
Right. I'm sure that's really important.
Yeah.
You know, you took over the NMU theater department with some big aspirations. What visions did you have, and what visions does the university have in that area?
Oh, I think we all have. Obviously, enrollment's great, but producing just higher production valued shows, really being something that students can come learn, not just one specific thing, but being able to learn the business of entertainment, taking our actors and turning them into entrepreneurs, because when you become an actor, a lot of times you're freelancing, which is really a business, and teaching our students to also look beyond the traditional stage and seek alternative careers, like working in theme park entertainment, working in corporate theater, like trade shows and events. The skill sets that you learn inside of a theater and entertainment arts career apply themselves wonderfully into all of these different avenues, and a lot of students might not see that in the beginning and then kind of end up falling into it later in life, but we're really trying to train for that now. So students, instead of having a one track, have all these different opportunities and career verticals to climb.
Okay. We'll follow up on that with some more questions in just a couple of minutes. Well, I'll be back with more on today's show after we take this 2-minute break. Again, our guest this morning is Bill Dignight. Bill is the Director of Theater at Northern Michigan University. You know, I think a lot of people out there think about the theater, you know, as something that entertains them, local people. But don't even stop to think that these are really about career aspirations for a lot of young people, aren't they?
Oh yeah. I mean, our job is to obviously put on a good show when you're coming to see the work that's happening on the Forrest Roberts Theater stage and in the Black Box Theater. But our overarching goal is actually education. So having student designers, having student actors, creating opportunities for our students to learn, and even if they fail, be in a supportive environment where if they fail, we can constructively work past that so that in the future they're stronger and better for it.
And you have some people with some pretty big dreams, I imagine, coming through your program.
Oh yeah, we have our careers class where they actually give presentations on what they're going to do when they get that diploma and walk across the stage as an NMU graduate. And it ranges from being the Broadway actor or actress to singer-songwriter in Nashville, to working in a costume shop, building film props, working in summer stock theater, working for the circus. So there's all different kinds of things. And then some people that want to go into corporate or start their own business or theater restoration, all these different things, or consulting for dramaturgy and working on movies. It really is a very large swatch of ideas. Yeah.
You said when you took over that you wanted to increase the program's visibility throughout the region, establish stronger relationships with other theater programs, and expose students to opportunities in the entertainment field outside of traditional. How are you coming on those goals?
I think we're making a lot of headway. Really working, we have students working all over the country, on the East Coast, down at Interlochen, out on the West Coast at Summer Stocks, as well as getting our students into graduate programs. Really working on internships. I am the production manager of something called LDI in Vegas, and it's a convention and trade show. And I actually take students with me to Las Vegas to have those opportunities. We just sent down 3 students, some broadcasting students as well as theater students, down to Ultra Music Festival in Miami to work in a non-traditional career path. And they were awesome. They had that nice Midwestern, Northern Michigan University hard work ethic, and they thrived down there. All 3 of them left with great job opportunities, and yeah, we're really seeing some great success. We just did our first field studies to London and Paris. We're in a year going to be taking our students in producing a new world premiere at the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. And so that'll be a first for the program. So international visibility as well as national and regional.
You know, one of the challenges facing all colleges today, and especially in the Midwest and Northeast, is declining high school student population. Is this going to help bring more students to Northern if you do this right?
I really believe that, and I think that Northern is such a great campus and has such great staff and faculty, the relationships. We have so much to offer all the different students. So I think that we're going to thrive and really succeed with garnering more students into our programs.
Well, let's talk about what's going on. You have a big production opening this week, this Thursday. It's called Mamma Mia. And, you know, I've never seen the play, but I've seen the movie and enjoyed it very much. And so tell us about it.
Yeah, so I'm the scenic designer, and obviously if you love the music of ABBA, right, you're going to definitely be enjoying this. It is a lively, action-packed, exciting show. I'm the scenic designer on it, so we've worked our way into having water on stage. People will be dancing in the ocean. It's going to be tons and tons of fun. It's part of our summer season, which is the first year we've done that. We actually have a summer season of 4 shows, and it really is exciting for us. The cast is professional actors as well as students, so it's a mixed opportunity for our students to really see what it is like to work with professional actors that have come from all around the world, and it really is going to be an exciting show.
And I know you have 8 performances over 2 weekends, so people have an opportunity, but I do know tickets are selling pretty well, aren't they?
Tickets are selling well. There's still some available. You can get them online at nmu.edu/university tickets, as well as at any NMU ticketing outlet or the Forrest Roberts Theater box office.
But this isn't the only summer production you have. You have a couple more coming up.
Yes. We have Legally Blonde Jr. We're working with the Superior Arts Youth Theater as a collaborative process here to produce that show with them. We're very excited about that. We have also What a Glorious Feeling, which is a new work. We've brought in a director from Western Michigan University. He's also the playwright, Jay Burkow.
Now that kind of fascinates me. It's a play about a movie, right?
It's a play about the creation of Singing in the Rain. So it's the whole backstory, prequel, if you will, with all the love interest, what's going on between the actors in the rehearsal process. Very exciting, a lot of tap dancing. We have Jill Grunstrom, our choreographer, is furiously working to make sure that our dancers and performers are ready to go on that, and we're excited. It's going to be a really fun show. And for our first season, we're just really excited to be providing life inside of our theaters in the summer. They kind of sat a little dark, and I think that the community needs things to do. It's not always sunny out, so.
Right. Okay. All right. We'll get back to it in just a couple of minutes. Back with more on the Ryan Report after one more break. Our guest this morning is Bill Dignight. Bill is, again, the Director of Theater at Northern Michigan University. How has it been now doing a summer program? Does that put some new pressure on you?
Yeah, it's definitely a new opportunity to show the strengths that we have in our program, and definitely learning along the way things that have happened to just really be like, okay, next year we'll change that. But we, for the most part, have been having just a really fun time. It's exciting. The students are only taking a few classes right now instead of maybe a full load, so they get a little more time just to focus on it and really dive into the experience of being in a show or working on a show. And yeah, really just having a lot of fun. And the tourism is really nice too, because we're getting potentially a little bit different of an audience demographic that comes. So that's kind of fun too, to help promote Marquette and bringing people on campus.
Right.
Sometimes there's not as many events going on in the summer at NMU, so it's really cool to see the community coming on campus. The grass is green, there's no snow.
Well, and between you and Lake Superior Theater and the festivals and things we have going on, there'll be a lot to do this summer.
Yeah, we are an arts community, and I think some people don't realize is how much is really going on. But when you think of all the different theater and art that's happening in our community, it is a very cool place to live and to be an artist and to work with other artists.
Well, before we run out of time, let's talk about next season. How does next season shape up?
Oh, it's shaping up. We've got some exciting shows heading your way.
Okay.
I could probably share a couple of them with you. So if you like the musical Cats, that will be one of them that we're going to be doing.
Is that the big one? I mean, is that?
Oh, it's big. Yeah, that'll be our
Well, I
big
know
spring
it's big,
musical.
but is it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, ran on Broadway for a lot of years, and we're very excited about that. Very dance-heavy show. Over Christmas, we traditionally have been doing Scrooge the last couple of years. If you remember back a long time ago, we kind of ran that show for like 15 years straight. So we don't want to tire the community out on Scrooge, so we're going to start doing a rotation of our holiday play. So this year, we're going to be doing A Christmas Story, the play.
Okay.
So we're pretty excited about that. I really like the movie, and we're going to definitely have a fun time with our actors.
And just so people know what we're talking about, if they think about a BB gun and
Yeah, your Red Ryder or the leg lamp, we will be... There potentially could be some fun ways to win a leg lamp when you come see a show, as well as we'll be doing in the fall. We'll have starting off. We've started to really diversify our season with dance and also doing some concerts and things like that. So we're going to do a Buffett Bash, and we'll have a Jimmy Buffett tribute band in there, so you can come see, have fun, listen to Jimmy Buffett music and Beach Boys and all that kind of stuff. And that's a really good learning experience for our technical students to learn that side of the business. So that's a really good educational opportunity. And then we'll move right into the Full Monty. If you haven't seen that musical before, it's definitely an interesting one. And then we have our dance piece, and then we have Significant Other, which is a play. So those will be our 6 shows within our school year season, and then we'll have 4 shows in our summer season, which are being finalized currently.
do you have to give some thought to what kind of talent you may have when you select these productions?
Yeah, so specifically in the school year season, we're definitely looking at what students do we have within the pool of actors, and who might surprise us, and how can we find a good show that's going to achieve a really good academic an educational experience while providing a really fun entertainment experience for our community. So we definitely have to take that in consideration. In the summer, it's a little bit different because we are bringing in some professional actors. So we can be a little more wild with our choices, but yeah, we really try to cast as many students as possible because at the end of the day, they're the ones that are coming for the educational experience.
Obviously, there are some plays that require a certain talent that might be hard to find.
Yeah, that's definitely a unique thing. Sometimes it might require a certain person of a certain age, and makeup can do a lot of things, but sometimes you have to make a choice that's good for the show. And working with non-students for our students and working with a community member or a regional actor is also a really good experience, or different directors than our faculty. So creating those opportunities, really, our students thrive, and sometimes you get really surprised at how talented they are, and sometimes working with someone different really can bring things out of people. And it's really exciting to watch.
We have less than 30 seconds, but the story is then, it's great to entertain the community, but you're really educating students, aren't you?
Yeah, future makers of art is what we're doing. Theater, art, entertainment, and dance. That's what we want to do.
And they learn by doing.
They learn by doing. It's a hands-on program, and if you're looking for something to be proud of, when you go see opening night, you can be like, I built that, or I'm in that, and it's exciting.
And again, Mamma Mia starts this Thursday night, so people want to tune in. Or people tune in, that's our phrase. People want to be there.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Bill, thanks very much for coming in.
Thanks.
Enjoyed it very much. I'll be back with some other thoughts for you in just 2 minutes. You know, I started thinking the other day about old sayings, so I took a look on the internet, and it's amazing how many hundred you can find. Many of them quotes from very famous people. One of those people was Mark Twain, who had many things to say, including, the best way to cheer yourself up is to cheer somebody else up. So with that in mind, I decided that's what I would try to do. Mark Twain also said, age is an issue of mind over matter. If you don't mind, it doesn't matter. Theodore Roosevelt also had some interesting things to say, including, in any situation, the best thing you can do is the right thing. The next best thing you can do is the wrong thing. The worst thing you can do is nothing. Old Teddy had a way with words. The former president also said, when you're at the end of your rope, tie a knot and hold on. Henry Ford, who spent some time here in the UP, had this to say, Whether you think you can or think you can't, you're right. And Thomas Edison told us, many of life's failures are people who did not realize how close they were to success when they gave up. Ben Franklin said, lost time is never found again. And the Dalai Lama once said, our prime purpose in life is to help others. And if you can't help them, at least don't hurt them. And this one was not attributed to anyone in particular. A dog has many friends because he wags his tail instead of his tongue. Many of the sayings do have to do with success and failure, but I especially like this one from basketball great Michael Jordan. He said, I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game-winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that's why I succeed. And we'll wrap it up with some of my own bits of wisdom. You'll soon realize they sound kind of familiar. A penny saved is really worthless today. Too many cooks make for a really crowded kitchen. A watched pot is a pretty boring thing to be watching. The squeaky wheel, very annoying. One man's trash becomes another man's trash to throw away if you can get him to take it. You can lead a horse to water, but it's hard to make him swim. Don't bite the hand that just repaired the sewer line. And finally, people who live in glass houses should keep their curtains closed. Words to live by. I'll be back in a minute. Well, that's just about it for this week. The Today Show is just around the corner. Remember, you can also watch our show throughout the day on Sunday on the UpperMichiganSource.com live stream. It will also be available as part of the Ryan Report collection starting tomorrow afternoon. Thanks to Bill Dignight for joining us this week. Remember, Mamma Mia starts its run at the Forrest Roberts Theater this Thursday. It will be a fun show. And thank you for joining us. Hope to see you again next Sunday morning.